What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you, Madden 20. Maybe more anticipated than actually seeing the game. This promotion that EA put out last week, where they talked about being transparent with gamers, coming out and talking about the issues they have in terms of getting things into their game. You see the quote here, anything we add to the game now has this giant burden. They talk about community interactions, really trying to meet the expectation the community has. And I think if you think about our community, Sim Football community, our expectations are sky high. Now, the question the community has is what gets those expectations so high? To some, the expectations are unrealistic. You can't have a football game emulate 22 human beings every single play. Fair point. But a lot of our expectations come rooted in what EA markets us. Adaptive AI, read and react defenses. I can't tell you a year that they haven't, at least in one way, shape, or form, sold us a smarter logic system, whether it's AI on defense or whether it's your players on offense. Certainly they're not going to come out, we all understand, and say, well, players got dumber this year, so you can expect the game to be easier, whether it's this year with the rating stretch, or whether it's Madden 25 with the players reacting cognitively 25,000 or whatever contextual times per second it was, we're constantly being sold a larger bill of goods. Now, as we've talked about at length the past couple days, you can go back and look at how they sold us Madden 13, Madden 15, Madden 25, and find a lot of the things that they marketed to not being in the current product. So something's getting lost in translation. You're either not putting it in the game, or you're putting it in the game and removing it to resell it. Neither of which is good, neither of which bases itself on creating a better product to the consumer consecutively year to year to year. Now, traditionally, I'm not going to name names, but we all know there have been people in the community that I don't want to say excuse away developers, but use a crutch when it comes to 3 and 5 year plans. That's why I'm so excited to see this series, even if it's done. I question that it would be done with Madden. I think they may stay away from Madden with this development series. I would love to see the actual development leaders of Madden sit down and discuss where the game is, where the game has been, and where they are trying to steer the game in the future. And I say that because, for the most part, if you go back and look, a lot of the things that we have been sold as where they're steering this game ultimately don't come to fruition. And it's not debatable. It's not, well, maybe it's in the game. There are things that are just simply not implemented the way they should be and not implemented the way they're marketed. And for that point, it's because marketing and development are two separate things. In many ways, if they market something a certain way, the developers may not know that. But I would love to have some conversations or see those conversations come out, even if it's a heavily edited 15-minute segment where they get handed questions and probably read prepared answers. But the fact that EA is coming out across the board with their titles and kind of owning some of the problems they have in a development series, to me, speaks very positively about the company. Because if nothing else, we can look at that and say they understand the community is frustrated. To a point, they understand their community and their consumers are fed up. And they're looking for answers. Not excuses, but answers. And this may be EA's way of at least putting a face to that answer. We have an answer. We can get a commitment. I think we can all be happy with seeing the game move forward. The problem has been with Madden following through on that commitment. So this is a commitment EA is making now. I'd love to see it carry over to Madden, and I'd love to hear what the people that currently work on the game have to say about the current state that it's in. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking it out. You know I will be back in the week with more commentary.